Very good morning and welcome. It's Jeff Lawton, Monday the 25th of March. We're into the new flat season now. I hope it wasn't too painful on Saturday. Some very strange results as I expect. And I am going to say to you again the same. Let's keep the flat a little bit low key until probably the start of May. Got to let the form settle down. It's not. I don't find it's as important over jumps. I do find they do tend to get the horses a lot fitter from a break over jumps than they do on the flat, and you can get some strange results. I mean, we put 4 bets up on Saturday, 2 winners and 2 seconds, but the one bet I did put up on the flat, it gets beaten by an unraced 16 to 1 shot when they're about 15 lengths clear. So you do get some strange results at this time of year. So let's take it easy, and we'll back some winners, that is for sure. Obviously the 2 winners on the over jumps, and the second, felt the second, the one that got beat, I felt that one should have won. I don't think he gave it the best of rides, and I thought we should have had really 3 out of 3 on over jumps. Now I'm going to concentrate on the jumps today. I've got nothing on the flat that I'm interested in. I'm going to look at 4 races over jumps, and just to say, these obviously went out at 8:30. If you do want these bets early, then drop me a line at the email below, jefflaughtonmanagement@gmail.com, and I can tell you how you can get them very early when the prices are all there. Excuse me. I'm going to start at Exeter, starting the 350, and the one I like here is Classic Maestro. Now, he was raced over 2.5 mile plus in his early days over obstacles, but he's definitely improved since being dropped to the minimum trip. Now, all of his runs have been on testing ground, so the fact that the rain has come now, it gives me even more of a plus next to his name. I do think that he's a better horse when it is quite testing, and that really doesn't suit a lot of horses. Now, he won on his first try at 2 miles at Exeter, when the first, second and fourth all won next time. He then went up £6 before doing more than enough to win at Newcastle, where the third and the sixth won next time, to give both races an element of strength at the grade he's in. He was then allowed to run off the same mark on his chase debut. Now, unfortunately, he ran into a very well handicapped horse called Do You Know What I Mean of Dan Skelton's, who has won easily since. And though no match for that horse, finished 18 lengths in front of the third. Now, Jenny Candlish sends him a long way from a Staffordshire base down to Exeter, and he's up a further £6, having been reassessed for his last hurdles win. But there shouldn't be anything here to worry him, and I would think he should be winning this race. The other race I want to look at Exeter is in the Hunter Chase. Now, the Wolf, he's been mixing it in far deeper waters than this, running recently in 0 to 150 handicap and open handicap as well, against much better opposition. Now, his best run this season was last time at Leicester, when he was staying on in third over a trip short of his best. The thing that holds me back going in too heavy with him is that he can make several jumping errors along the way, and whilst he's never fallen, it's definitely not something that can, he's definitely not a plus, and it would slow him down a little bit. However, the opposition isn't great, and consequently his jumping in this lower grade probably won't be brought under too much pressure. He should be too good for these, I would have thought. Let's nip over to Huntingdon, where the ground is quite quick compared to everywhere else. They're giving it as good to soft in places, and I just checked, and there's been no rain so far there today, so let's hope that stays away. Now, the one I like in the 235 is Lightning Marla. Now, she won her only point to point quite impressively, even though it was just a mare's maiden. That was on good ground, and after that she changed hands for 72,000 guineas. She won on hurdles debut at Hereford from a well-strung out field, and was sent off at 5 to 6 for a fairly decent novice race at Warwick next time. Jumped well down the back straight, looked as though she was going to win, but weakened quickly in the straight. It was reported after to the stewards that she made a respiratory noise, and that's why she ran as she did, and they were very quick to give her a breathing operation since. She was due to run at Doncaster earlier on this month, but she was pulled out because of the testing ground. Now, today's ground at the moment would be ideal, so let's hope it stays like that. There should be no excuses today as long as they don't get too much rain, and she ought to be winning that. In the 305, Tap and Go Leo. Now, he's looked a bit of a slow learner to me, but he's improved plenty since they've upped him to 3 mile 1 furlong at Catterick last time. He runs over that same trip today. Now, he's well on top at the line and looks the type to improve quite a bit more. And I don't think that Catterick would have been his course anyway. I think this much flatter track at Huntingdon will be more up his street. He's third the time before at Warwick against Diamond Ree. For me, looks solid form. But the step up to this trip for me has been the making of him. And I think he should be winning that. So they're the 4 races I wanted to look at today. But as I do say, if you want the bets early, drop me a line and I'll let you know what you can do. And I will be back tomorrow. Many thanks for dropping by. Thanks.